Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. So after I completed this raid, everyone asked me to go back and explain everything I did because there was a lot of little things that just, needed more explaining, and the feedback I got from it was really amazing. So what I do is I go through the entire raid talking about my thought processes, what I was assuming and what I was trying to figure out as I was going. And yeah, so without further ado, let's crack straight into it. So obviously I'm doing 0 to hero, so I have no weapon. First thing I'm going to do is going to run around and, first thing I'm going to do is run around and try and get a gun.
I'm not reading that out purely for the fact.
Except for this time, I'm just sitting there talking shit.
How's the stream going too far today?
So I know where all the weapon crates are. I think I do at least. So I go around and try and find a weapon crate. Nothing too fancy there.
Duffel bags can have guns in them.
Moist.
Just wanted to thank you for your support lately. Thanks to I gained over 200 followers means a lot, homie. Keep up the good work.
No worries, dude.
10 out of 10, Brogat.
Therapist cosplay, you could do Joe Exotic cosplay.
Now I hear footsteps on the steel.
Hey chat, I think you all are pretty cool. Be kind to yourself and others.
You'll hear the footsteps on the steel. There. Hear that? They're coming. Chat, they're coming. So I ran away. Back up. I worked so hard to get guns that last raid.
The
That was
content
fast.
still has me hooked. Thank you for all the laughs
Now, grenades.
and advice.
Grenades aren't always like... What's the word? Grenades aren't always the best, what do you call it? Thing to use when you go on ultimate 0 to hero, but... Make the best of it. I think I get a gun here, don't I? I do. Done. Cool. Then we hear the glass break. Listen. Let's go. Glass break. Alright. So I hear the guy up there, and I'm like, maybe I can get him as he jumps down. But he's trying to jump down, but he's just bad player. Doesn't know how to jump out. I hit him in the head there. I hit him. But it was shitty PS ammo. It wasn't a good enough ceiling.
Say Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Yep, Taco Bell. I asked you guys when I got to America if I should eat Taco Bell, and you guys all said no. And I also asked you guys if I should go to Hooters, and you guys said no.
3 months of laughs and fun and moisture.
Alright. You guys confuse me. So, I find a second gun up ahead. In the next crate. After I get a gun, I'll be talking about all this food because I'm so hungry. The priority is to find a raider to kill. Unfortunately though, I think I ran into player at the start. This next bit. Got guns now. Actually, no. This is where raiders spawn at the bottom because someone presses... Okay, pause. Alright, so what happened right here is someone pressed the hanger gate button. And because he pressed the hanger gate button, raiders spawn. But the problem is, they don't always spawn over at the hangar gate. Sometimes they spawn over the parking gate. I got trapped here. Alright? And we'll go from there. Oh, fuck. So I see three. Oh, I actually saw 2 raiders up the top. I didn't know there was a third one. And I saw the one down the bottom. I was like, maybe I can get a shot off of the bottom one. But that didn't work. And so then I just go to here. Now, when I'm sitting here, it's all about waiting to that the raider to get into the angle. While they're walking, they generally don't shoot. They usually stop to shoot. So for me, it's just easier to try and hold the angle this way. But sometimes they do shoot. So you gotta be quick. The headshot. Second guy starts coming up. Oh no, second guy wasn't moving. Cool. Now I was a little bit lucky that second guy just didn't shoot at me because sometimes they just don't. I didn't have enough pixels. This one, he just didn't shoot, so I just shot him twice in the head. Simple with that one. Now, I knew there was a guy down the bottom left, so I didn't want to push up too far forward. But I definitely wanted to get a gun with a sight. And or I was using AKM there, so I didn't want to drop the AKM because it would have taken longer. Always make sure you've got. Why does my hand look so big? What was I gonna say?
What's up? Hope all is going well. Love everything you do for us in the community.
So here I could see that there was the player there, and that's why you'll see me soon throw a nade over the box to throw a nade there. But sorry, it wasn't a player, raider. I mean, I could see the raider there. So, and like you can actually tell it in my eyes if you go back just a touch. Watch my eyes. So I don't have an eye tracker, but I actually use my eyes constantly to look for where things are. So watch my eyes as I'm going across. My eyes are looking to that side there, and then they flick back across. So it's harder for you guys to see, but that's how I do it. As soon as I saw this guy, I thought it was fucked. I shoot him in the head, and he just walks away. I was like, fair enough. Focus right here was to get more armor on so I could actually take a hit. And that's why I got the Kiva helmet on. I'm lucky I got double search, so it makes it faster. Now, when I throw this nade, all nades curve to the left when they hit the ground. Every single nade curves to the left when they hit the ground. So as I throw it, I'm aiming using that dot. I'm aiming at the center of this because I want it to hit the ground and roll around to the left. I think it was a pretty good nade. Trying to move nice and quick here. I don't want to waste any time. I did consider using the MP5 over the AKM because unless a raider has a face shield, SMGs are amazing. Always loot every grenade. I love grenades. Particularly for putting players out of position and raiders. So this is that, remember how I said that there was a raider behind that car? So watch how I position the nade. So the car is about here. So that car would be about there. I was hoping it would hit down and hit near the car. How do you get the dot? That was having max level perception and an item being on the ground. It hit it just in front of the car. But there was a raider there before. Now, I upgraded to the ZSH helmet because it's a slightly better helmet. I pressed the button because I want more raiders. I want the action. You guys want entertainment. Are you not entertained? There you go.
Taco prawn.
What do you think of the new nades? Time to shoot. Timer to shoot or could be a little longer. Must have ate 40 plus wings. I can put down a lot of food when working. Goldblood telling us about how many wings you could eat. I don't really like the new nades. So, two things happen there. I heard the metal to the left. Now, I know the metal to the left is this area down here. You know, like it's like the server rooms down there, which makes me think players, because raiders don't usually hang out there. And I got shot at by the second thing. The thing that triggered me to look up was the fact that the audio was to the left, but I soon realized that was the server room down below. It's fucking audio in Tarkov. I threw that nade not to kill anything. That was to see if the raider that was in, if it was a raider inside that server room. All right, so if it was a raider in the server room, they would have made an audio cue. But because there was no raider and it was a player, that's how I knew it was a player. They're players, 100%. That's why I said they're players, 100%. Now, that second audio where the raider made noise, that was the raider that was further away, that he moved forward closer to us. Maybe not. That sounds like a player there. And you can see the legs of the other raider. I put one in the sort of leg of a raider. If you shoot raiders in the legs and you black out their leg, they don't walk. They don't run. They just walk. It makes killing them a lot easier. Still trying to get a reaction from that player to the left. Saw that raider, I was like, fuck, kill him. Now, if a raider sees you, about 60% of the time they'll try and throw a nade at you. So what I generally do, if I see a raider, I take that time to shoot at them. If they take too long, if it's not any, if I feel like they're gonna shoot at me, I just get the fuck out of there. If I missed the first shot, I would have ran away then, which is what I did here anyway, because I saw the nade go off. I checked to the left there because I was worried about the players down there and maybe them coming up. And then I'm like, all right, time to restock up my gear. I killed more shit. This is a little bit, like, disorganized for me. I could have just moved that rig straight down. I don't know why I did it that way. The M2 rig is a class 4 armor, if I'm not mistaken. So now, the issue with this bit right here, this metal grate, you cannot shoot through. That raider will shoot through perfectly. So the first thing I did was get the fuck out of the way and allow him to walk through this gap. If I'd sat there, sorry, if I sat here, I could put 1,000 bullets through this metal grate. He would just shoot me through it and I'd die. And that's why I moved out of the way. Allow him to come through. Come on, quick. Now, it's not a major thing, but I heard the grenades going off in the distance. I was listening out for, obviously, where else the other players are. Raiders just don't throw grenades randomly and shoot just randomly. So, that's why I was just... You should always listen to what else is going on. Like, those grenades, those weren't raiders. They were players. And I think they were below me somewhere. I just need a good gun. Now, when I'm saying I need a good gun, the gun's actually perfectly fine. The ammunition's trash. I've got PS ammo and 2 30-round mags, and I've already shot some of the bullets. Now, that wood sounds like down below, and I'm trying to get that raider to either come upstairs or take a shot at him. I thought I didn't kill this guy, but I think that last shot killed him. Gun seems good enough. Mate, it's not. Chat wanted me to do a recap. So Sector G, that's the
Tarkov Prime baby. Pestily salute Pestily moist.
Sector G is the underneath the medical wing, the elevator there, the button down there. Now, I constantly throw grenades when I can just to keep giving me more information. You sometimes get lucky you kill a raider and that, but it's not really about that. It's more about trying to find out where everyone is and who's who in the zoo. So who's a raider, who's a player. Now, this is probably the stupidest thing I did here, purely for the fact that every time a raider shoots upwards at you, it's nearly always a face shot. And I didn't have a visor here. So me going out in the open here, it was a little bit risky. It was lucky that he didn't register on me, because if I now I was talking about the foot tap before. That's me just hitting him in the foot so he can't run around. Don't need to overdo it. But then there's this guy here. I didn't want to overcommit to this bit purely for the fact that I didn't want to get face taps. That's why I stopped aiming there. And that's why I wanted to get on the ground level and fight him on the ground, which is what I do here. This is a really good stutter. Right on his helmet. That was the rest of that mag. So now I'm trying to switch to a mag. I'm out of ammo. I need ammo to get some more shots downrange. Now I saw that slick armor and I wanted to get across to the slick armor. At this point, I'm like, the flashbangs aren't worth it. Fuck it. Who cares about them? And let's get that slick armor on. I think I ran out of ammo here. Yep. And I'll switch over to the MP9.
Pestily moist, Pestily moist, Pestily moist, Pestily kitty, Pestily.
Now the MP9 is absolutely trash for killing players, but it's pretty good for killing raiders. So I'll hold on to it for a little bit, but coming up where I find the MP7, this is the money gun for me coming up. I do use the MPX here a little bit more because I got more ammo for it. J Meta, thanks for the 10 gifted subs, dude. Constantly topping up on the topping up on the nades as well. Now that elevator, that sounds like the Sector G elevator. And some of you guys started asking where are the players. And I was like, all right, so there's players over there extracting. There might have been players at the
You may
hangar
think
gate
it, but
that
I still have not
extracted
got a
too.
good gun yet.
This is where I get the MP7, and this is where I'm like, sweet, I've got some APSX ammo. The first good gun, but we don't have a lot of ammo for it. So obviously they're players. You raiders don't just shoot randomly, so there's players over there. And I'm trying to figure out exactly where it was. My feeling was they're probably in this area here, the freezer room or cafeteria area. But it also sounded like there was running on wood as well. So wood means generally this area here, cafeteria area. So I was trying to figure out which one it exactly was. I don't know why my memory is a little bit hazy on which ones I'd looted and all that. I was just making sure I got everything. That's why I kept topping up on them. So to me, that was them running around the top bit here. But I couldn't see it because of this wall. And then I hear the wood, and that makes me feel like it's downstairs. And that's why I'm throwing nades to try and get a reaction from them. And that was APSX ammo, so I knew I could kill that guy pretty quick with that. And from here, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck these players are. I'm literally just trying to look and listen for any sort of reaction from a player. Sorry guys. That's why I love using nades to try and get some sort of reaction and figure out what's going on, you know? I was just pretty much just making sure everything's clear down that way, and then I'm going to go back to looting, top up my nades, top up everything. If there's anything better I can get, a better gun. These new Razer headphones seem to be better. Ooh. The SA-58's a really good gun because it hits hard, but the accuracy's really trash on that one. Now, this is where I'm thinking there's players close by, and they're trying to push me, and I'm trying to figure out where they are. It almost could be possible that they're underneath me. Like, I still don't exactly know where these players are. I threw that nade there because if they're above me, that one's going to stop them from pushing out there and I can reposition to somewhere else. Which is what I'm doing here. I'm trying to figure out where everyone is. This is probably not a good position to be in. And if you're going to go up this staircase and you know there's players up ahead, you should be throwing nades. Because you've got to think of it like this. You're coming up, they've got to aim at one spot. They know you could only come from this one spot. But you've got to watch this corner here. They could be over at like the concrete pillars over there, or they could be hugging on the right next to the boxes and stuff. Like you're coming up, they could be like here in this area or along the edge here, and that's why you have to throw nades. You have to make them at least move. And I thought maybe they ran inside here. Like I said, I still don't really understand where all this audio was coming from. Yeah. So this is me just waiting. Like I'm literally got my chin on my microphone waiting for some sort of like reaction. How loud is your volume, Windows in game? Maximum. My headphones are very loud. It's not good for my hearing. Just making that clear. So close to me. Could he be underneath? Maybe he was underneath that whole time. The other option is they could have been in that room to the side and they're just hiding quiet in there. But it could be possible that, I don't know, because the door was closed then. I don't know if it was open before. Probably should check that. If they went in there and just shut the door and then just made no noise, couldn't have been, right? And I'll go back to looting a little bit here. I'm mostly just trying to like make sure I've got a good loadout so if I do fight a player I can survive. And so the M4A1s always have 856A1 in them. If it looks like this, 856A1 ammunition, which is a solid gun. It doesn't have a very good recoil, but because I've got max level recoil and my assault rifle skill is not too bad, like level 20 I think, you can handle a full auto spray. On top of that, we just heard a new wave of raiders spawn in. So I automatically, by this stage, I already knew it was one of those freak raids. So I spoke about it yesterday, how if you get really lucky, you can have an actual freak raid where raiders will just spawn in like crazy. This is one of them. So if I hadn't have got this fucked up as I did later on in this raid, I potentially could have had this as a 70,000 plus XP raid. Because the raid was not over yet. There was still possibly more spawns coming in. So just low recoil gun. SMGs are great for killing raiders. Now, there's also players. I reckon there's also players upstairs right now. So I killed that raider. I wasn't really sure where. So that nade that was up top, I reckon that was a player right there. Now, I just heard that raider make that noise then, and I know he's at the end of this section right here. So I'm trying to get him out of position. There was a very slight, I don't want to go back too much, but 23. I knew this guy was here for one reason, and I'll tell you why. Now, you heard that little bit of metal there. There's one more metal noise coming up. That one there, that like, was like, and I knew there was one in there. And now I just heard it again there. They're very subtle noises, but when you start listening for them, you hear them all the time. Now I'm trying to find that other raider. A nade there to put him out of position. Now that nade, as soon as he said contact, I was under the feeling there was a nade there, and that's why I kept moving. You could hear the audio of the nade hitting the ground. I got lucky then that the nade didn't bounce in a direction that would have killed me. I'm still trying to figure out where those players are. I think I've killed a few raiders. And the second I hear that nade, I'm like, players upstairs. Because the glass broke. And the only places the glass could break, right? So this is where noise is so important, guys. That glass breaking was either downstairs or upstairs. They're the only places that have glass in this area, right? So they either threw a grenade downstairs and broke the glass there or directly above it. Now, I know for a fact the players can't shoot me through this middle grate as well. So right now I'm lining up a grenade to hit off the pillar to shoot back into that room. Except for it was a little bit to the right. Now, you know exactly what I said before. I'm not going to push up that without throwing nades. You can shoot through this glass. It will reduce the damage, but I throw a fair few nades to get up there. That one nearly killed me. I thought it went further. Now, I think I see one here. I think I see one right here. I'm getting flanked. Nah. Now, if they were in this, when I came down, I'm like, maybe they're hiding in that room too. So I threw a quick nade through the window. This is where getting, You know when I say like throw every nade you find and it levels your strength skill? When you throw every nade you find, have fun trying to aim it at things. If you see like a road sign or something, try and hit the road sign. Practice your nade throwing skills because I threw this nade very quickly and hit on point. Right, that's right in there. I'm not mucking about. Like, getting good at practicing those nade throws will make a big difference. I think I see one right here. Well, no, I definitely thought I saw one somewhere. Maybe it's at this bit. I saw him. Fuck, 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 fuck. I did see him. All right, I want to actually see that again. Let's go a little bit slower. Going forward. Keep going forward. Let's just get on. I saw a leg or something. VLC is really bad at frame by frame. It wasn't that one. Now you heard the footsteps up above. I wasn't expecting him to be there, but I was actually expecting him to be higher up. That's why I sprinted so far, but I saw him. Fuck, 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 fuck. I reckon I saw a foot there or something. Oh, and then I heard the footsteps above, and that's why I ran to this spot. I wanted to be off the wood. Right? What actually happens right here is I'm pretty sure someone comes down the staircase on the other side, or they're up the top, and they kill the guy sitting right next to me. Oh, you actually see a person crossing left to right there.
I said a hip hop, the hippie to the hippie, the hip hip a hop, and you don't stop. A rocket to the bang bang boogie.
Oh, so
the boogie.
I think I know what happened
the
there.
Boogie, the beat.
All right, shut up. So the guy came down, shot at him, right? Shot at him. He went across to the right and then pushed towards me. And then he came back inside here. So he came down the staircase. They fought each other. He killed the guy right next to me. We didn't hear the death noise. And then he ran across into the actual main area, came towards us and back through on this wood and then up the staircase. I was going to push through this glass and then I realized it's not broken. And I could hear that very slight footstep above. And I was trying to find him. But he already pushed further down. So I think he did another circle. Now, from this location, this is where it's really, really bad. There is no audio past the bottom of the staircase. There's like 2 steps past the bottom of the staircase is where you hear audio from. So just have a listen how quickly he can get on top of me. Like, he's running the whole time right now. What do I use? So if he's on the bottom floor... Fuck off! Yeah. Like, he wasn't creeping across. He would have just ran straight across. And then from about here, he would have started hearing him. So from like about here. It's really bad. Ugh. Now, when it comes to dying, you can have every single part of your body bleeding, but as long as some limb or something has health left on it, you can survive. So first thing I did is I just did my reactional press 5 to heal. So it stopped the bleed on the stomach. Then what I do next is I put a heal on the head to get the head at the full health. So that way the bleeds wouldn't kill me. And then I use the bandages from there because the bandages take 1 second each. So full health on the head. I've sacrificed the leg. And then I also did hear that player just in the distance then.
Missed the end of the Starlight event,
I put on a stim. I hit the stim real quick because I want to make sure I can get away if I need to.
Sleep well at night after that. No saying.
And then now I'm at full health. Ish. I pretty much just grabbed the tags from here. I'm going to turn the music down, the audio down a little bit. So I pretty much grabbed the tags from here just so I've got, like, you know, the tags. And I see the guy at the bottom of the staircase, and I'm like, okay, cool, there's no one there. The thing about being on this kind of health is if you have a blacked out chest, if you get hit, or blacked out chest or blacked out head, if you get hit in the leg, a blacked out limb,
really care about the loot that much.
or that body part once, you're dead. So as much as I would have wanted to, keep going, no point. There's nothing I could do. So I generally will play a raid out until everything's dead, or I die. But there's a limit for me, and
I can't stand any longer. One bullet anywhere on my body and I'm dead.
and that's pretty much exactly what I'm saying there.
The arm that still has health. That's the only thing. It's the only
Sorry.
place I can get hit. Any other bullet that hits me, I'm dead.
So a survival
Get
kit
hit
won't
in the
do
head,
anything.
I'm dead.
Survival kit won't do anything because you can't use a survival kit on a thorax. So I could survival kit everything, but then as soon as a limb gets blacked out and I get hit in that limb again, I'm dead. So it's just not worth it.
Wood at the bottom of the staircase.
Even if I survival kit everything, you can't survival the thorax. You can't do it.
Sick raid. Really cool 0 to hero. A lot of XP.
You can't just punch.
4,000 XP.
You can't just punch staples into your chest and expect it to work.
85, and I didn't even take in a gun. Didn't even take in a melee weapon.
Can't do it on thorax and head.
The raiders fucking came.
So we killed in the end 18 raiders. I think all of them were headshots.
Oh, I killed 3. There you go.
Thanks.
Yep, they're all headshots. So that's the kind of stuff you have to do to get a 79,000 XP run. You need to go do all headshots and kill a couple of players. So I would have had to probably kill about 10 more raiders to get to a 80,000 XP run, which wasn't really going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's a high YouTube moment.
So yeah, that is pretty much.
That was sick. In 19 minutes too. Killed Mr. Wang.
You guys reckon you can thorax your chest? I almost want to test it now.
Resident sleeper, Pestily.
So guys, hopefully that was beneficial for you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for future content. I do stream on Twitch every day of the week, so go down the link below. Give me a follow over there. Got any Tarkov questions, feel free to hit me up on my live stream or down in the comments below. And lastly, I'll see you next time.